Stop.
That's technical.
Yep, it's after 6 o'clock.
Why, yes, it is. 6:01 by my watch. Yeah. Everybody being here, I'll call the meeting to order. Are there additions or deletions to the agenda? I had a report late in the afternoon that not everybody might have known about. Which was hoping I was getting something, I would get something from the two of you who went to the cemetery.
Yeah, I got that on my list.
Yeah.
To add that. I go. On the announcements.
On the reports.
Addition.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I can make an announcement.
It's on 7.2. It's 7.2 under reports.
For that Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh. You mean the work group thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna update on the meeting,
Gotcha.
but, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've got that on already under reports. Anything else?
What about? No, Steve's not here. What about?
I think it's Allen Space.
Capital T, capital H.
What about, talk about the property maintenance and safety? I mean, what we're doing about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we're not doing, you mean?
All right, no, right,
Yeah.
but, and I had a resident give me a tip on some.
Okay. That can run business.
Hmm?
That can go on business.
Yeah, I guess so.
My apologies, is there an addition to the agenda?
Yes, we just added a discussion about property maintenance at the end of business.
And the West Danby Cemetery Association. did you
It's
put
on.
that
It's under 7.2 under reports.
Okay,
Anything else? Okay. That then brings us to privilege of the floor. Did you want to say something, Marty?
Yes, I did. Where do you want me to talk?
Well, you could pull up a chair and be near this mic.
there you go. And it's a soft chair.
I have plenty of cushion, Leslie. The board knows who I am and what I do, but for the audience, my name is Marty Kirch-Gessner. I live at 74 West Jersey Hill Road and in a house that my parents bought when I was born. I represent the town of Danby on the Recreation Partnership and on the County Youth Commission and or the county, excuse me, the Danby Youth Commission and the County Youth Services Board. As such, I am very interested in activities for youth. Since my youth, I have been looking for activities in Danby for youth.
Mhm.
Now, it's my understanding there's discussion about the skate park on today's agenda.
Yep.
And I want you to know that in my travels, and some of you know very well, I hold court over at Danby Food and Drink regularly. So I talk to a lot of people in Danby. I have come across two people that are against the skate park. The vast majority, families, people that have children, are really waiting with, great anticipation for this effort to begin and how they can be included in this effort. The only individuals that are against it, and there is no irony into this statement, was a gentleman who wants to move back to Baltimore because there's nothing to do here in Danby. So let's oppose the skate park. So we continue to have nothing to do here in Danby, okay? And someone whose love is riding horses. Well, I indeed looked it up on the internet. Riding horses is far more injurious to individuals than a skateboard park. And so I come here articulating my full support for the skate park and prompt action on moving forward with that activity. And hopefully the inclusion of the Danby Youth Commission on that effort.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
And I have lots more opinions, but that's just for today.
If you like, come on up.
Get my origami glasses here.
Tell us who you are.
Good evening. My name is Amanda Manfredo. I've lived in Danby for over 25 years at 1508 Danby Road. And I've been a bicyclist that whole time for commuting and for exercise. A few years ago, I switched to a Class 2 e-bike. Class 1 and 2 e-bikes provide electrical assistance either through pedal assist, or a hand throttle going up to 20 miles per hour. This is the same speed that a strong, analog cyclist can maintain. This is a health-conscious zero-emission choice, and it lets me cover more ground than I could on a regular bike, especially on these Danby hills. Recently, I learned every time I ride my e-bike off my driveway, I'm technically breaking the law. Under New York's vehicle and traffic law, e-bikes are only allowed on roads posted at 30 miles per hour or less. Danby is a rural town with 40 to 55 mile per hour roads, many of which are sparsely trafficked and some have appreciable shoulders. I don't think the state legislature was picturing towns like ours when they drew that line. The 30 mile per hour rule was written with denser, higher traffic places in mind. As it stands, there's no legal way to ride an e-bike anywhere in this town. The good news is that the same law that created this problem also gives us the fix. Section 1242 of the Vehicle and Traffic Law lets towns pass their own local law to extend e-bike access beyond the 30 mile per hour threshold. This isn't a workaround, and we don't have to ask the state for a special favor. The state has already explicitly said, towns, you can decide this for yourselves. So that's what I'm asking Danby to do. I'd like the board to consider a local law that allows Class 1 and 2 e-bikes on town-maintained roads under the same rules that already apply to regular bikes, riding single file, yielding to pedestrians, lights on at night, and all other traffic laws. Class 3 e-bikes provide assistance to higher speeds. New York has capped that at 25 miles per hour. Under what I'm asking for, these would stay excluded, but I don't really care if you include them or not, consistent with state law. And this wouldn't touch county or state roads, just the roads that Danby controls. And this matters beyond just me. We have neighbors maintaining managing limitations that keep them from driving, teenagers who need a way to get around, and residents who would love an option beyond a car for the kinds of trips that e-bikes are made for, especially with the minimal bus service that we have out here. Right now, no one has a legal way to do that on an e-bike. I've put together a written proposal with more detail, which I've shared with the board, and I'd ask that this be referred to the town attorney to begin drafting local law language. I thank you for your time, and I'll do my best to answer any questions if you have them.
This is on the agenda, I'm buying the business, so if you'd be willing to just wait and participate in discussion at that time, that would be great.
Okay, can you estimate what time that would be?
It depends on how long privilege of the floor lasts.
Yeah.
Wild guess, right? Well, it's within a couple of hours.
You really nailed that down.
We'll try.
fine. I'll see what
Rhonda,
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
yes.
Okay. It's interesting that Amanda spoke first because I have some pretty strong opinions on what she's proposing. The state of New York is currently allowing e-bikes, Class 1 and Class 2 e-bikes, on some of the state trails, such as the Empire Trail and the Erie Canal Trail. Their theory is that it's consistent with the fact that these trails are basically for pedestrians and bicycles. And so adding e-bikes doesn't really affect the traffic too much and doesn't endanger the pedestrians. And I pretty much agree with that. But I have some issues. I don't see how Amanda is going to ride from her house on Danby Road to a friend's house who might be on Danby Road or might be on a town road, because she's not allowed to ride. She wouldn't be allowed to ride an e-bike along Danby Road. She's not really even allowed to ride a regular bike off the pavement, and not on the shoulder, not in the emergency lane of Danby Road. You're not allowed to ride on the emergency lane. You're not allowed to park in the emergency lane, as I've said many times. So I I think that it's great. I was thinking of getting an e-bike myself, and because there are roads that I would like to ride, but I'll be 78 in October, and I think I need an e-bike better than I need to be pedaling up and down the hills. So I was giving it some thought. But we also have another problem, and that is that people on these town roads go very fast. They don't go 30 miles an hour, and the dust is terrible. And we also have a problem, at least on South Danby Road, with non non-legal or illegal vehicles. The other day, I was standing in my front yard and two people came by in a golf cart. And I said, that's not a legal vehicle. And they just smiled and waved and went on. We have people who drive ATVs all the time. We have people who drive anything with a motor. It could be a lawnmower or anything else, and they just act like they own the roads. And so the speed limit along some of these roads is pretty high. And I mean, this not the speed limit, but the speed of the vehicles. And so we have that issue. So I just want to say that in theory, I kind of agree with Amanda, but I think we need to get rid of the illegal vehicles, first of all, and we have no way of doing that at this point. And I also feel that we ought to be talking to the other towns that abut the town to see what their philosophy is. Are we opening up a can of worms? Are we going to have a lot of e-bikes from other towns? What is their philosophy and what have they done with this whole situation? So thank you
Thank you,
anyway.
Rhonda. That's fine. Ted, I think you're next.
There you go. Okay, hi. I was very pleased to read in the agenda or linked from the agenda Amanda's note letter. And even if she hadn't spoken up already, I would have spoken up now to say I think it's a really good idea. I'm sure the town board will utilize its its extensive shall we say sanity checking to make sure that it's not creating any unsafe situations, but it seems to me a no-brainer. And Amanda, just to correct your information, you're welcome, if you can get here legally, you're welcome to come up to the Southern Comfort Road where the speed limit is 25 miles an hour. And I'm sure you would have a beautiful drive under the trees down here. And I'd like to invite you to do that. Two or three other items that I noted here. Before the meeting started, I could hear the conversation. I don't know who said this, other than tell you it sounded more like a female voice than a male voice. And I quote, "I want to know why that audience," that's referring to the Zoom audience, "was a priority over the people that take the time to get out of their house." Well, first of all, I'm sure the person who said that was unaware of the fact that there's a disclaimer on the town's website as part of the meeting information that people on Zoom will not experience the same quality, the same privileges as people who are in the audience. So if anything, the situation is the reverse of whoever was speaking there. I could name a list of things that people on the Zoom audience do not get that the people in the room get. For example, the ability to speak up without being muted, and say important things or not. Enough of that. I think that perhaps some education is involved here. A previous speaker who claimed to hold court, a speaker during privilege of the floor, who claimed to hold court at a certain location, Well, I think that that phrase itself just tells you everything you need to know about what followed it. I'm sure that what was reported about the opinions of people who were offering opinions at that location is true. However, we should be aware of the phenomenon known as a self-selecting survey. In other words, yeah, 100% of the people with kids who attend concerts in a certain place are in favor, and nobody else was surveyed. I'm not in any way against the skate park. I'm just saying that when you have self-serving declarations of how important it is and how everybody, in quotes, everybody likes it, you have to take that with a grain of salt. And let's see, did I have anything else here? E-bikes. Oh, yes, one other thing. Perhaps you could just devote a moment to Joel to explaining the recent opinions issued by different people serving as the zoning officer of Danby, where you have the permanent zoning officer offering, shall we just say, no, and then the applicant, if you will, waited until that person went on vacation and approached the interim planner and got a yes. And I think I'd like to hear you talk about why that seems appropriate. And second, to try and explain in plain English exactly the reasoning that led to the yes, when it was contradictory to the no, and the no was very clear that that was a final opinion which could be appealed, and then someone else decides to overrule this because they're temporarily in place. Thank you. Enjoy your meeting, folks.
I believe Pat Woodworth is next.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention the skate park. I'm glad that the town is working on something that can take town land that is sitting uselessly now and use it for something that is actually benefiting residents of the town. The town is responsible for the land, responsible for the buildings, so responsible for covering whatever cost it requires. This way we can use those costs and do something that benefits many other residents of the town. Skate park is not something I am personally interested in at all, but I do think it is of interest to many other people in the town, and that is important. Thank you. Bye.
Heather.
Hi, good evening. I wanted to second what Pat just said. I'm really glad this is coming up, and I really hope that the town board has the chance to go ahead and fund what they've agreed to so that these folks can go ahead. They've done so much already, and they're all really motivated and excited, and I think there's like over 30 people plus on the email list and a bunch more that have expressed interest in help. So I feel like there's a very strong community sense of support for this. And I think that we still have time in this year to get a lot done before the winter kind of hits us like it always does. So thank you very much for putting it on the schedule. And I hope that you guys push it forward. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, everybody. Laura Vineyard, live at 60 Bald Hill Road, and was coming today to just again reiterate my enthusiastic support for the skate park. I love to go to skate parks. I have a kid. We have lots of kiddo friends. It's going to be an excellent place for families to hang out. My wife and I actually this weekend we schlepped all the way to Owego to go to their newish skate park, and it would be nice to stay right here instead. Yeah.
Yes.
And I didn't know that the e-bike stuff was on the agenda, and I just want to also support the motion to change the law to adjust and allow for class 1 and 2 e-bikes. And interestingly, I'm very involved in e-bike life. I manage Ithaca Bike Share. And I heard that that law is actually a holdover from when segways were invented. And they were like, we don't know what to do with these. Don't let them on the highway. And so they were just like, are e-bikes segways? Sure. So anyway, it's a very novel territory of technology, and I think we can be intelligent about it, and they're really essential part of transportation. So I hope we can make those adjustments. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you want to say something, Catherine?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Okay, so thank you first, Blake, for putting this closed captions up. And I am fully in support, you know, because I was on the town board when we voted support for the skate park. And my recollection is that money was set, Laura came and spoke and said that money's available. And I'm hoping that it will be available and being used good. So I'm really pleased to have this move forward, and the youth commission did a survey, and the number one thing that kids want is a place to gather, and that was a big push, and Laura knows that. There were a lot of people here that were, and so we've waited and waited and waited, and pretty soon it's gonna be winter. So anything that can get moving, the sooner the better. The other thing is, I didn't know about the e-bike thing, but I will say, my son does the Ithaca bike, not the bike share. He teaches people how to ride bicycles. He's done it. This might be the 3rd year he's done it here in Ithaca. And so he's out there. He's even had some people on Danby Road that come, and when they first learn to ride a bicycle, they don't even have pedals. They just stand over it. And he's a huge bike enthusiast. And just my own personal experience with skateboards, when he was young, and there were lots of his friends had skateboards, and I went with them to where the only place was where they were putting concrete in a new office building, and it was smooth and okay. And he had me lie down, and he skateboarded and jumped over me. So skateboards are cool for kids, and cool for people, and please let this happen sooner than better. And go for the e-bike thing. That's probably all I have right now.
Didn't realize you had such a dangerous period in your earlier life.
Well,
And
you got kids, you want them to have fun and
Yeah.
and not intimidate them away from having fun.
Okay, anyone else for privilege of the floor? Okay, moving on. There is correspondence. Well, things go on. That it expanded.
I did not include the titles because I just didn't have time at the moment. Email from Robert Beelman, I think it's going to be addressed with property maintenance, maybe. That was the primary concern with that one, was following up about property that he submitted a complaint about previously and hadn't heard back anything from. And the email from Amanda, who was here as well, is already on the agenda, so.
Okay. Any announcements?
I have an announcement. The West Danby Cemetery is having a work day on Saturday. It's on Maple Avenue? Not really.
Well, not really. It's on Valley View.
It's on Valley View. Valley View Road,
Mhm.
just off Maple, just off Maple, 3496. Okay, great. I'll get some details and put that online, but they could really use some help this Saturday, August 8th. Work day at the cemetery in West End. Yeah. What time?
Yeah, what time?
It's one of those things we'd have to find out from Laura or from Sarah.
You didn't catch the time.
No. Time.
Hmm.
No.
Okay.
You show up at 1 o'clock, I think you'll be good. No, they'll be done. They'll be done. I think they'll be done. Oh, geez, okay. Yeah, I can find out and we can post it on the website. Yep, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Sandy, not Sandy.
We have a set of minutes, but they didn't get into our hands until rather recently.
No, just wait,
Shall we postpone?
put it on next month.
Yeah.
Or next meeting.
Okay. I was hoping that Leonard Dodge, who wasn't with us last time, could come and brief us this time about the recent actions in response to the development of the preliminary engineering report for the West Danby Water District. So. You skip minutes? Well, no, I didn't skip it, because there's only the one in the report. Yeah. However, he's not here, so. The report was pending.
Add that to the next meeting.
Well, yeah, to this
Just
one,
add everything.
just
to the
keep
next
putting it
meeting.
on, yeah, until put on, keep putting it on until it happens. We have next is the report on the cemetery meeting. How'd it go?
Okay, well, this kind of interesting. There was some good news. Yeah.
Did it get good turnout?
It was just the trustees, 3 people from the state. And the 2 of us.
Oh, okay.
So there's no audience.
Yeah. Nobody attended in response to the article in the newsletter, or?
No. It was if a cemetery association goes belly up, the town would need to assume ownership.
Yep, as we have for.
It's a little tricky with that cemetery because unlike the other ones the town owns, it's active, it's still being used. We would, it would be beneficial to the town to be able to try and keep it in the association realm. For a lot of reasons, and one of them is that there are burials that are going on, and the town would have to contract with somebody to do that.
Is there any obligation for us to continue doing that?
Because there's people who own plots. There would be a way to get out of it, but that wouldn't be very nice.
Yeah, right.
But Sandy, so anyway, and the 3 people from, it sounded like there was maybe some concern that the trustees were aging out, and they were having trouble getting people to help. And they were worried about not being able to, get 5 people. So they're gonna change the bylaws and make it so they only need 3 people. But they got 3 new people that they appointed at that meeting.
Oh, that's good.
I asked them, and I'll ask Sandy again to, what do they think the town could help with? The state seemed to think the town could be doing mowing and, but that may be the least of their problems. They mow twice a month. But it sounded like things like tree work were things that they had trouble getting somebody to do. But anyway, I hope Sandy can get the group to maybe Saturday talk about what they would like the town to help with. And if we can help, we probably should. It'd be to everybody's benefit.
It'll save us money if as long as we can keep them at the helm.
Yeah, and it's
the most expensive
meaningful.
mowing we have is the other West Danby Cemetery, the former Methodist Cemetery, which costs us almost $500 every time you mow it.
Right.
And it's a lot smaller than the other one.
Yeah, but they have like Mariah was saying, that they also were wanting physical help, but not just the tree and the mowing. And the second Saturday in each month, between May and October, maybe. I wrote it down, I can't find it. They have work groups. They meet at the cemetery and clean stones or pick up brush, and those are things that they could really use help with. Maybe we could get the resiliency committee to help with some of those things. But those are the main things. So maybe we'll be hearing from them about what we could help them with. The other thing is that Sandy Fish had written this lengthy detailed history. And I asked her if we could get a copy, we could put it on the website under cemeteries. And
you know, maybe our town historian could actually maybe put together a little booklet. You know, if there were beautiful, cool pictures and things like that, that Sandy had.
Wow.
Sandy, who's the president.
Yeah,
Anyway, so they're probably needing some help.
mhm. You have anything to add to that, Mariah? You were there too, right?
Publicity for
did-
meetings.
Yeah, publicity, we do have a cemetery department on the web, so
Yeah.
maybe adding this, if Sandy sends that
Yeah.
over to us, it was very well written, I
Yeah.
thought. I definitely think it would go nicely on the website. They need help,
Yeah.
so I'm showing up with my weed whacker on Saturday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get there before 9, but.
I don't think it was before 9. I did it twice, so.
Grass is all wet at that time.
Yeah. That's right, that's right. And hopefully it won't rain.
Yeah,
I wish them luck finding more help.
Hmm?
I finally got around to taking out the tree that fell over and.
Oh, did you?
Other
Yeah.
cemetery.
Well, we may be able to find people, you know, I mean, maybe Don Schaffler would help with things like that. You know, it doesn't happen often, but
Yeah,
twice a year, you'd think
Yeah.
somebody, so,
the problem with this tree was that you can't get at it with a vehicle,
yeah,
you know, so it was all wheelbarrow and chainsaw.
yeah,
And if you wanted to take that tree down, it would be all rope work.
yeah.
But it's kind of at the back, so, you know, if it falls, it's not gonna fall on anybody. Well, it might fall on some bodies, but they were not gonna.
They will be complaining. But, yeah,
It might damage a headstone or two, though, when it lands on them.
yeah,
That's the only real risk.
yeah. Okay.
Right, got the clerk's report? I didn't see where we had the code enforcement report.
Not a good enforcement report.
Did we get one? Did we get one last time? No, I don't know, did we get one in July at all?
Didn't we have one of the people in July? I believe there was one for June.
Yeah, I think, I remember there being one for June.
Yeah, well, the one for July was then submitted at this meeting because it's at the end of the month.
Ah.
So, yeah, this meeting.
So as of yet, we haven't had one for July.
Correct, yes.
And you have the, Ted's nicely prepared financial, account analysis.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we go on, do we need to approve those fund transfers?
That's a good question, I didn't think.
It's from a vetted supervisor's expenditure line, it's
So it's sub,
it's a sub account of the supervisors, so I took the liberty of just making the transfer.
Don't we just have to approve it though?
I don't know, do we? Because I mean, we're not moving from one line to another, we're moving it, they're sub accounts.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever mattered before. I'd be.
Traditionally, we would make it.
I think we should just do it.
If you want, if you want
Yeah,
to.
vote same,
Yeah,
I'll second it.
I move that we move $279.99 from the supervisor contractual, move that into the supervisor's equipment line.
I'll second.
And that was for the printer and copier.
Mhm, for Laura Ritter. Second, if it hasn't been yet.
All right, Connors.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Parkins.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Gannon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Which brings us to the warrants.
Okay.
And our main mover in these regards back in town.
I move the general fund abstract 17 vouchers 283 to 297 for $24,241.93.
Second.
Discussion?
I had submitted questions, I think they're about that one.
Mhm.
The dental line, we're paying some old invoices or some old,
Oh, the U dig,
what?
the U dig?
Well, no, that's different. The dental one, the CSEA dental one, there isn't actually a receipt or invoice. All that's included in the voucher packet is an email. And I didn't know if that was on purpose. We should have something more documented than an email from the health.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Are we paying it to the health insurance company or we're paying it to,
The CSEA.
do we usually use an email? Is that enough documentation?
Well, I mean, it's just, it's. an
Usually
insur-
that's what it is.
It's
with
an insurance
insurance.
policy, so it's a regular payment.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see. They're not invoicing us for it each time, but we've agreed to it.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of like the
It's
other,
like the SPCA contract.
right.
Okay.
It's just,
Well, it's like the other insurance ones too.
right, yeah, right.
The other one, I was just curious, what is the sink station rental for Jenny Pond?
Oh,
Oh,
What is that?
it's the hand washing station.
We pay per month for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's nothing there built in, so we have to actually rent one.
Because, okay, I'm just curious.
And you have to have one if we're gonna have, an outhouse.
Got it, okay.
yeah. I had, that,
It's a health department requirement.
the U dig bill, that was, anybody have a notion as to what happened with that?
Yeah, there's,
What do you mean, it's
Do you
bigger
know,
than,
Todd?
because it's bigger than you expected, what?
no, there's
They're all-
unpaid, there's unpaid from 2022.
Yeah, 22, 23, 24. Did they get lost somewhere, or do you have any idea? And there's no copies of the bill, it's just
Well, it must
usually
have-
we get a bill,
It must have been
the items.
right, it must have been an invoice from the UDIG folks for past ones that we didn't pay, but.
Well, then we should have seen that, and.
Originally.
We should see that invoice.
Yeah, in the first place, yeah.
Did they just get discovered somewhere? Do you have any idea what happened? Okay, okay.
Well, Laura,
Because
here
it's
she
just
could
got the
stay.
dates and the date of the invoice and then the amount. Well, the invoice would have listed
Mhm.
all the requests, so. We should be able to.
The voucher number on that?
Hmm?
What was the voucher number?
297. Thanks.
I always wondered why we had those bills in the first place.
That's a single invoice from UJ. Going all the way back to June 2022,
Yeah,
without an explanation, other than,
but it's just a bill. It's not even really the regular invoice. Yeah,
right.
so do we believe them? Maybe are they having financial difficulty?
Hitting this up.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Because we have had intervening bills from them that we have paid.
Yeah, yeah. I actually went back and tried to look and I didn't see any, vouchers that had those dates on, where
Probably make
would
sure
have
they're
been,
not double budgeting, for past things that we did pay.
yeah. Anyway, okay,
I can call them and ask them about why that's being given to
Yeah.
them,
okay.
and I'll let you know.
Thanks.
I'll report to Joel.
Yeah, I've got U dig bills, this one's from September of 25. We need to look at that.
So did they not send, yeah, they were
No, they
before
sent it
that,
in-
the last
we
one was
paid
a
it in
24
September
date.
of 25.
Yeah, we've been paying bills, but yeah, those are
Yeah, because
obviously we
old.
missed or
Yeah.
something.
These are all from 25.
Maybe
Yeah.
he had the bottom of a pile on somebody's desk or something.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
one of these, yeah.
Yeah.
You dig yourself.
Yeah. You dig through the pile, you might find them.
Okay, Ted will check it out.
All right. Are we ready?
Okay. All right.
Connor.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Larkin.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Danny.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll move the highway fund, abstract 17, vouchers 126 through 137 for $11,814.44.
I'll second.
Discussion now.
Yeah, there's something weird with the Cook Brothers invoice.
That's not very nice to see.
V-129, no, with the invoices, sorry, I just.
Oh, you're right.
There
Was
were
the
two
430?
invoices there, but only one of them was showing up on the vouchers, and I didn't know what the mistake.
I meant to look
was.
to see if that other one was paid, the 43107. Maybe it was paid last, the
Previously paid.
last.
Maybe it was included by accident, in which case that's fine, but if it's
That's what I
supposed to
think,
include it,
but-
and it's not on the total.
Ted, you got that? It's 129 on highway.
I'm looking at it, I looked at that and saw it, and at first I couldn't understand it, but, if you look, there are two different invoices, one for 43107, one for 29582, and the one for 43107 was actually paid last month.
Okay, that,
So it was
okay.
paid, it just shouldn't have been
It
included.
was paid already.
Check to make sure it was paid.
Great, okay.
Thank you.
And the only other thing I wondered about was how are we're supposed to know whether or not state contract
Oh, yes.
prices were met
Right.
for certain, the gravel and
Right.
certain things. How are we doing that?
My understanding is that Julia gets documentation from the state.
Okay,
Does a cross-reference on the bills that we pay to make sure that we're going to carry.
Okay. okay, so we need to ask Julia to
Julia?
make some sort of,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Indication has been reviewed, and
Right,
confirmed to some.
indication, that was the word, yeah. So, cool, okay,
We can
That
just
was
come
it.
up with something she writes on them, like
Yeah.
state check.
Yeah, yeah.
Something
Right.
Yeah.
that lets us know.
something, yeah,
And then the auditor know that.
Yeah.
I know,
We
I
checked.
mean, we gotta, this is one of those things the auditors hit us with.
It didn't seem to matter that we had done it before because we didn't have a record of having done it.
Right,
Documentation.
and
Yeah.
the town board is supposed to know.
Yeah.
So. Okay, we just gotta get Julia to tell us
Mm-hmm.
already.
All right, Connors.
Yes.
Billy.
Yes.
Larkin.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Danny.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I will have to say that it has been almost heaven, the way doing the vouchers.
It's Julia's been doing this.
It's, I just have to say, nobody's paying taxes. Now we just gotta get people besides Blake to initial the, what do you call them? Receipts.
Yeah. Let's say business. We have a situation with a bank that doesn't seem to want to honor a two-party check.
Well,
And so the fix would be to authorize a single party check so that the contractor can get paid.
This is CBDG?
Mhm.
Is this the same one that we already approved? We just need to.
No, it's a different one. We did one previously, because we didn't have cooperation with the homeowner.
Yeah.
This one is the homeowner cooperative, but the bank won't recognize a check.
Oh. Okay.
okay,
that's
what do we
kinda
need to
weird.
do for that?
Authorize a single party check.
Okay, are you doing that?
Yeah, I move that we do that
I'll second that.
for the appropriate contractor who's unnamed here, but. That was, okay, we have a motion and second, right?
Yes, yeah, it's Jim Heritage, by the way.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, about it.
Well, it probably should be in the record.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Any further? Okay. Connors.
Yes,
Dylan.
Yes.
Larkin.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Danny.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome.
it was that or tell him get another bank.
Hmm?
It was,
You can't hear, it's not
it was,
just
it
you.
was that or tell him get another bank.
Yeah, right. Right,
The Chamber of Commerce would like to use this room for one of their community conversations, and they're giving us ample notice, October 29th. And because we had not yet created our reuse list of authorized users, I move that we authorize them this and put them on the list.
Yeah. Because this is the same event that they've done in the past.
Yeah.
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 Did I second that?
No,
I
Mark.
second it.
You
Mark
second
did.
it, okay. Are we clear that then?
Good.
I am not sure if it's at the moment, probably, at the very least, now that the use is approved, I can schedule with them as.
Yeah, cool.
All right, Connors.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Larkins.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Annie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, e-bike proposal. Gee, well, less than 2 hours. It's mind-boggling to me that e-bikes haven't been made legal in every place.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to hear from our lawyer, just in case there's any reason not to, but otherwise, this seems like a pretty straightforward yes. They can do as much as bikes do, so they should be allowed to go where bikes go. That sounds pretty straightforward. Well, a little surprised that we can authorize that this isn't like I don't know, like a DMV thing or something.
I know,
was
it
surprised
is, that we have to
a-
get permission
authority.
from the county and state to do anything on any of the roads.
Yeah.
really. But
But assuming.
We're not changing the
We
speed
can-
limit.
no,
Yeah.
but, you know, they're saying no, and we're gonna be able to say yes. But, and just on town roads, it's not. you
Well,
know,
yeah,
that-
it's just part of the problem. I mean, how do you get any place without
I
having
know.
to go on county or
Yeah.
state road?
That means you can't do 96B, that means you can't do half a Nelson.
Well, no, it means you can't legally do.
Right,
96.
right. Right.
Another thing we could do, assuming that we decide to pass this, is we could ask Blake to send a letter to the county to ask them to approve.
Yeah.
You know, allow e-bikes on the
Okay.
county road too. I don't know what's involved in that, but we could at least put our support behind it.
Right.
Time,
Yeah,
What?
time.
I kind of wonder why the county hasn't taken this up. Do you have any idea?
This was my first thought.
Can I ask a stupid question? Sorry, I don't ride a bicycle. So can you ride a bicycle on 96B?
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Bicycles are legal every place.
So
just not e-bikes.
what's the deal that this bicycle just has a little tiny engine in it?
Yeah, it has a little.
Electric
assist?
Yeah.
When. If in theory, you were to ride your e-bike on 96B, would you feel as comfortable riding another bicycle? I don't understand what the discomfort with the, are they?
It's not a discomfort.
Motorized.
Right, go in traffic lanes or?
In other words, why didn't the
motorcycle.
state authorize this in the
Got a
first
motor on
place?
it.
It's like a motorcycle.
Got a motor on it.
I mean, a little motorcycle and.
Well, motorcycles, you can get licenses as
Right,
motor
right.
vehicles,
Okay,
but bicycles don't need to be so licensed.
right.
I mean, it may be ancient history and it's kind of silly, but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we
Another
can,
e-bike restriction that you have.
Could you come up so that it was in range of those folks?
There's another restriction on e-bikes that you have to be 16 to ride one at all.
Oh. Mhm.
So, I mean, you were talking about the licensing stuff.
Yeah,
huh,
I didn't know.
Is that?
you have to be 16?
Yeah.
They go-
Wow, we got almost run over by a couple kids, they weren't 16.
Yeah.
Downtown on the side.
Is that because they go fast? Or
Well, they
because
can
they're
go.
Powerful?
It's a motor.
It's a motor.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're-
up to 20 miles an hour.
So they can't really go that much faster than a bike.
Right.
in fact, they can't go any faster than the bike.
Well, on a downhill you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, downhill. Well, yeah, but on downhill, you can go.
Yeah, on a regular
Bike, too.
bicycle, you go fast too.
That's right. Laura, did you want to chime in or?
I just wanted to add that this conversation comes up so much because there's these class 1 and 2 bikes. And then there's class 3.
Yes,
And
What's a class 3 bike?
a class 3
Okay.
is a ton more torque, a ton more
Yeah.
speed. And so,
Well, New York State has limited them to 25 for how much they can assist you,
Yeah.
but there are ones that exist that can go faster than.
yeah, part of the idea of like a lot of class threes that are very like street legal normal would be like the cargo ones where someone has their kid on the back.
yeah.
But then there's also lots and lots of souped up, super duper illegal e-motos, completely different from these class 1 and 2 and 3 e-bikes. So it's there's a lot of drama with those e-motos. And it's very understandable, especially in New York City, where they have a lot of traffic conflict, and we hear about it a lot. But I just really hope we can all keep building the collective consciousness that a little extra energy in a 1 and 2 bike, or even 3, is very different from some 14-year-old who was given an e-moto that can go 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so like, in my mind, the answer is simple. That's a motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
That has a whole.
Right.
Right, we have
suite of
electric
things.
cars and electric motorcycles.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right?
so we don't really even need new mechanisms to manage that. Those are just a thing that haven't been identified as motorcycles for real, and they're being mistakenly lumped in. So just want to encourage the crew to
It's a
really.
matter of getting a clean
Well, we can see
definition.
what the county,
Yeah. Mhm.
if the county will, help us.
But yeah, so for instance, the Ithaca bike share bikes in town, those are all class 1. Their maximum speed is 16 miles an hour. They are 80 pounds, so like if they bumped into you, it would be hefty, but they are usually going slower than like a person who's pretty savvy on their bike might be going.
Mhm.
Particularly down the steep hills in our town. That's pretty common to be going like 20.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
Have other towns passed things like this e-bike proposal, do you know?
I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It'd be surprising if we were the first, just because
Yeah.
it seems like someone has got.
Let's hurry up before Dryden doesn't.
So, well, it looks like all of these you have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it's
That
supposed
makes
to.
sense.
I think
But I don't-
if you're
I don't
like,
wonder if
kids
you're
have to
native.
wear.
No, yeah, you're right.
helmets.
You'll be required to helmet if you're old enough to not know better.
Well, it says for class 2 ladies riders who must wear a helmet. These things.
If you're under 16 around, you have to have a
Yeah.
helmet. If you're over 16, you can go kill yourself if you want to.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
So, I move that we, ask our attorney to draft a law to accomplish this purpose,
I'll second.
unless you can think of a good reason not to.
I mean, can we use a different attorney?
Hmm?
Can we use a different, no,
Are you the attorney?
no. Just we haven't.
I mean, it'd be nice if we could just steal them from some of the town.
I mean, already drafted.
Yeah.
Well, he'd probably do that, so if,
Right.
and, only charges as if he'd written it himself, but that's.
Yeah, right.
Well, maybe we could find. I.
Do you want me to
more than
look for
willing to
Let's
look around
move on.
to find it.
Let's,
Yeah, we have.
Would it be worth limiting how much he can charge you
I think
for?
we should just, let's see what we can do and not necessarily limit it to have the lawyer draft something.
So I'll withdraw the
We would
motion
need to
if we're having a proposal, an alternate proposal to have a couple of board members here investigate whether pre-existing laws existed, we could adapt to Danby.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
And I think a simple way to conceptualize the language around it could be to be basically like class 1 and 2 or whatever can be considered under the same guidance as analog bikes,
Mhm.
because there are all those
And powered
powers
bikes.
already for those, so
people powered.
people power.
So that was a motion to have
Yeah.
Mariah do it.
I'll second that.
More discussion?
No, Mariah, you said you were gonna do it. You did it.
Yes.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, the vote.
Yes. Bill, yes.
Margaret.
Yes.
Bruce, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just Bill and Ray is correct.
Well, thank you for bringing that up again.
Yeah.
What's this?
That was it? Oh, yes, deny it resolution. We passed last time a resolution designating our delegates to the legislative conference in September. In the meantime, I found this in my mail, which has got all of the stuff that was now linked that Blake downloaded from the website so that we
Yeah.
could share it on
Makes
the
sense.
agenda. But it has, in addition to a motion to approve the Bill of Rights, a motion to make
The delegate.
the delegates, but we could just fill in the blanks from the motion from the resolution that was previously passed. Which leaves the one left to approve the Bill of Rights if we're willing to do it.
Yeah.
And
You want me to put it up on the big screen?
if you'd like to,
You're not.
it's a
can say
two-page, well, page and a half long.
Yeah, I know.
The sample resolution doesn't, of course, have the blanks filled in, but you know, this is a hard copy. Sample resolution. What was provided is a hard copy, PDF, not a Word document that you could fill in the blanks with. I guess using Acrobat Reader, you could make this into something that you could then fill in the blanks with.
Yeah, it's a PDF.
We only have like 3 versions of Acrobat that you could do this with. Planner's got one, he's got one.
It's just filling the name. right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
because normally I would have done this, you know,
Yeah.
and prepare it for the board, but
right.
I don't have that capability. So I move the resolution of support of the New York Association of Towns Bill of Rights.
So Joel's the first name.
I'll second.
And then we can talk about whether we want to do it.
Okay.
What do you think? These are all the things that we have as an association of towns been promoting for
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Municipal home rules. Freedom from unfunded mandates. Keeping protecting our land guard or development is a manifestation of home rule too.
Yeah.
And then we got this, you know, these outdated public notice requirements. Like legal notices in papers that nobody reads, you know. I don't see much, I don't see any reason not to support this enthusiasm.
What's that?
I don't see any reason not to support the Bill of Rights. Yeah. Are we ready to vote?
Four.
All right, Connor,
Yes.
Dylan,
Yes.
Larkins.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Daniel,
Yes.
thank you.
I'll note for those who are going, there's a registration fee that you need to register and find stuff, there's a place to stay, and that information is in here.
I looked at the agenda and there is it looks like there's a track for HR.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if we might want to consider having your new
HR person.
assistant HR person attend.
You can ask her whether she can or not.
I have asked her if she is available, and it's kind of iffy.
Mhm.
She's got.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, and then I didn't really know how you or the board would feel about sending her. I think training was always good.
I generally, we as a board have always been quite supportive of continuing education.
Right.
Yeah.
And since she's new in this HR role, I think it would really be a benefit for her to, you know, at minimum, just attend the seminar, but also the networking is invaluable.
Mhm.
So she's not sure, she doesn't know if she could go.
Right, she'd have to figure out what to do with her.
Kids.
She's got a couple kids.
Just how she wants to go, I would be supportive of it. Feels like an
Yeah.
investment in the town.
Right.
So with that in mind, I move that we authorize Laura River to attend, should she be able to.
I second that.
And would mean an additional conference registration and providing lodging.
She may just go for one day. I didn't see how many days that track was.
Yeah, the whole thing is only a couple of days, right?
Right. Maybe we could all split around. We could have a sleepover.
Yeah. Details to be worked out.
Yeah, details to be worked out. Right.
When does this have to be sent in? By
September
September
15th, yes, there's a little time to ask,
Okay.
answer those questions.
All right,
Okay,
All right, Thomas,
yes.
Dylan,
Yes.
Margaret,
Yes.
Bruce,
Yes.
Canyon,
yes.
thank you.
I think for the next part, I'm gonna share my screen for the state park item. Can I request it?
Sure, you can
Oh,
request
You
it.
have, I can't request it. You have to make me a
Co-host, right?
Need curtains.
Which you have to do, like, because co-host can't do it.
I'm right that this is next on the agenda, right?
Yes, it is. And here,
Great.
right, here we are.
Awesome. Zach and I have been working together on a project plan for the park to fill in some of the details. Let's see if this works. Wow. That's tiny, I'm sharing my whole screen. Oh, wait, stop. Did click on a window.
What window?
There we go. Okay, now it's small.
Better than the first time.
Oh, well, I don't know why it looks so small up there. Like, why isn't it taking up the full width? I can't.
Well, I don't know, it's just the same thing on here too, it doesn't take up.
Shrink the window size left to right until it matches the document size, and then it'll get bigger.
Well, there we go.
Oh.
Bigger. All right, this might be go a little bit bigger. How's that? Is that legible at all?
I can read it.
Well, the beginning, I don't think we need to put up the paragraph. I put up an overview of what I'm calling here the Bald Hill Park. And of course, now I need to shrink it to show the site plan. This site plan is basically what was already approved by the planning board. The
Mhm.
only thing that I laid out, that I added to it, is this yellow box here, which says half pipe. The half pipe is gonna be the first part of the skate park, phase 1 that we're doing. And the rest of it, we've pushed to phase 2 that will require some more design and fundraising.
The street course.
Okay.
What is a half pipe? For those of us who.
Oh, you can show it.
Yep.
We have a drawing of it.
Oh,
You wanna explain?
Can you go, can you actually show it?
Yeah.
So it resembles half of a round guy, almost like a drainage ditch.
mhm.
It is
It's like a bowl.
like it's 3/4 of a bowl. The back, the highest part is actually the retaining wall to the hillside. Which is currently undisturbed soil and will remain relatively undisturbed. But it is 4 feet tall in the front part, up to 6 feet. I don't remember, does it actually say how wide it is on this? That is 9.
16 or something. It's kind of small.
It's 21 plus 6.
Is it drawing?
It's 27 by roughly
Actually,
30.
Is it-
Oh, yeah.
By 30 is what
Right.
it's on up there, sorry.
Yeah. So the main part going this way is 24 feet and then it curves back.
and it's actually sunk down into the hillside. So it does not have to have much grading on the left side, and everything that comes out the left side will go into the right side and will be compacted in lifts and then sculpted to the radius shape.
Mhm. What's this what does that in the middle?
What do you mean?
Rail and ledge.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so if we have time, if we can get the money, we're trying to actually have two separate areas. The top part is more of a beginner or warm up or whatever you want it to be area, but it's
Mhm.
low impact. It allows two separate areas to go on at once. It's fairly low cost for what it is. I think I allocated 16 by 40 for the area. And as the project goes on, there'll be, I don't know what to call it, more than a face wall. But there'll be that part when you come in, pull in, park your car to the left,
Mhm.
the 16 by 40 long ways, and then there'll be a, wow, my words. There'll be a wall. We'll have to go down cross line
Mhm.
and then probably a 7-foot tall wall so everything can be built up against it.
Wow.
And it'll get, potential for a mosaic or a mural or
Mhm.
whatever. Also trying to figure out storage use into it, since this will
That's
probably be
good thought.
a continued community project for a while.
So why that wall? Is that as a retaining wall for the dirt behind it, or?
Yeah. So just the plan is to eventually have that extend over probably 45 to 50 feet, and that will will not allow erosion once the dirt is opened up, because there'll be concrete on it.
Mhm.
There will be woody plantings, there'll be more concrete poured. And that is, Jamie Venucci from the planning board
Mhm.
is talking to Cornell about getting a class in to help lay out for future water management. Right now, there clearly is no water management, just hard compacted soil, so it feels like most things we do will
Mhm.
be treating the land better.
So why retaining wall as opposed to say steep, vegetated steep slope?
Because you can skate it.
Oh, okay, so it becomes part of the skating.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's, so if you're looking at the hillside, it actually has a radius. And it makes it so, this is such a weird thing to explain in public. It allows you to go both in this plane, but the top decks where you stand on, it allows you to use both the hillside in the middle,
Mhm.
and it allows more or less you to flow
Mhm.
from area to area.
Mhm.
That's the plan, is to make every single piece be usable to the other one and not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we put together a timeline. This just includes the things that we already did, called it phase 0 for this, but the community meetings, the people have been engaged, the planning board review, the town declaring the property a public park, and the design and phase of the half pipe, that's what Zach was talking about. And the barn actually has already been taken down and has been disassembled for as much reuse as we can. So those things have already happened. What's here is sort of the timeline for phase 1. That's basically assuming that we get approval for the funds, that this is the plan for the next month and a half to actually get the half pipe built. And also at some point, I just put fall, but at some point we'll also put together the picnic tables and install the grill. Those parts were already funded by the beautification grant. We just placed the order for them today, so that's exciting.
Yeah, there must be an implementation timeline for that too.
Yeah, we have a lot of time. I checked it. We have a lot, like, we'll be done way earlier than the beautification grant needs to be wrapped up. But I think it'll be great to have it as soon as we can, because when there's work, volunteer crews and things like that, it'll be nice to have picnic tables there for us to use. What I put in here is sort of the winter, which is just the end of this phase 1. We can be doing some grant writing and fundraising for phase 2. And phase two would hopefully include the expansion, like the rest of the skate park, which would be a bowl and a bigger street course. It would be great if we could get funding to add a playground that was on the original site plan, but it's just been sort of a question mark if we can apply for it. And potentially like a shade pavilion over the picnic tables. We're picturing something similar to what Danby Food and Drink has, because it looks nice and it's functional, and that would just make that space a little more pleasant. That's it. Oh, I see. I see what I just explained. Phase two may include applying for funds to do the design of the skate park expansion. Because we have to figure out if we're gonna fundraise for that, like basically privately, or if we want to apply for a grant to pay for the design of the full expansion in the bowl, because it's just more complicated than we can do in-house. Is that right?
That's accurate. I mean, I think we can more than likely fundraise to cover the street area, especially if we can, you know, start earlier in the season. But going into the bowl, phase two of that, I'm going to reach out to a few skate park companies. There's one that is they've built over 400 skate parks. I live not too far from their headquarters in Washington. And they have guys that live in Rochester and Syracuse. So it might be a thing where if we can get the company involved, they oftentimes will do smaller projects on a more affordable scale, especially if, I don't know, the equipment they need is on site, and we can locally just have a shotcrete company do it instead of having them drag an entire shotcrete setup from the West Coast. So that is my hope that
There must be shotcrete companies.
there sure are.
Yeah.
It is, shotcrete is very expensive. It was about the one contractor I talked to, it's about $3,500 for one day. You can get a lot done.
Yeah.
But I mean, the machinery's
Yeah.
so expensive.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
So we're talking about basically, you know, this first phase one, the half pipe has been pretty like DIY. But in order to fund the full expansion of the skate park, which will be a lot more money than the half pipe, we probably will need to apply for grants. And in order to apply for those grants, we're gonna need professional designs to use to submit. So we're sort of thinking out a couple stages ahead for what will come after the half pipe.
And a question that I don't know if Guy is the person we ask, but in the past, I've seen schools that have closed. I mean, I realize we have a school here that is closed.
It's closed, yeah.
With a playground. What the legal ramifications are moving a playground from one site to another.
Yeah.
Well, there's also the question.
No, I don't, no. Well, a couple of years ago, I found a school that was going there that had, I think, updated their playground within maybe 10 years or less before closing. And I was going to talk, I don't need to get into the details of it. I was trying to figure out a place that it could go here.
Because you know, they're about this playground moving here, because I was gonna say, the standards of what's okay in the playground have changed so much.
Oh, sure. No, this was a very modern playground. And I mean,
It's all plastic.
it had a lot of plastic. It had the cool, what's the dangly, the little, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, the entire playground went for maybe $400. The swing set went for $200. Like, it was a 6 swing set. And I would love to potentially do that. That would save us both a lot of time and money.
Yeah.
I have no problem like driving wherever in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing Keith does, the highway equipment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I mean, I do that.
Yeah.
So what I just put up here is the budget for the phase one for the half pipe. And the conversation with the previous board, how much money was had the town discussed allocating? Was it?
Well, there's a community development fund that has $13,852.97 in it.
Okay.
So there was never an exact amount outlined during the discussion, but it was part of the discussion.
Right, we talked about it, but we didn't talk specific commitments. But that seems like as good as use as any for that money.
Yeah. It's not earmarked for anything else, that line.
I think it was like, what was this for?
Yeah.
Nobody's being able to remember.
We have it.
Perfect. We're making a thing.
Yeah. So where is that money found? That the question for Ted.
What's? The money sits in a bank statement, in a bank account in Key Bank and also with my class.
Do you happen to know the number?
Dollar amount?
No, the account number.
I can simply grab it with you.
Okay,
It's a separate account. Yeah.
With the budget.
Yes. There's no fund in the social fund. Street fund is a community development fund.
Oh.
And it doesn't have any categories right now for expenditures.
Okay.
So it's essentially available for letting the board determine to use it for community development.
Which we're proposing to do the skate park from that.
Yes.
Okay. Is this, so does this get budgeted or is this leftover?
No, well, it's not in the fund balance, it's in a reserve.
Oh, it's a reserve. Okay, got you, okay.
So we're gonna use it whenever we need it.
When was it developed? Is it, do we know how old it is? Is it?
We don't know how old it is. Well, at least I don't know how old it is. Yeah, it's been,
This is just a tax and that's.
right.
Oh, Johnny's. He's
It's
getting a
probably
little
for a
interest.
community center.
Okay.
So it's kind of a 3.5%.
Perfect. Okay, very good.
But this is something that predates Laura, I think, such is why she doesn't know what it was for exactly.
Just waiting.
It was a community center.
Yeah.
With a plan for escape.
That's waiting for a skate park. Very good. Okay.
That's what I'm telling you, about development. 76 years and.
Right. Well, we've had this money waiting for just the right thing, and here it is. So, I move that we authorize the expenditure of, how much was it? $12,254.
We round up.
We can round up, up to $13,000.
That's really cool. Yeah, that's cool.
To do the half pipe, using the money in the community development fund to fund it.
I'll second that.
Second.
Any more discussion about it?
I have one question about voting on it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that because I'm on this board, but I'm doing the thing.
You're doing
So what?
volunteer, you're not.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. Okay, cool. That's great.
You have no personal, it's not like you're gonna make it, you're providing a concrete and you're gonna make a
Okay.
killing or something.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I'm going to be killing.
You're a
myself.
volunteer, there's no.
Yeah,
There's no need to recuse you.
Cool.
yeah. Your interest and ours align,
No.
right?
A point relevant to something Zach said earlier.
Sorry, please hold all comments until after the vote has been conducted or have made a comment sooner, please. Thank you. Connors.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Larkins.
Yes.
Bruce.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna try not to cry a bunch. I'm starting to cry,
Yeah,
but thank you.
I'll cry when it happens.
I'm gonna be crying a lot during this for a different reason. Oh.
And we can wrap, but I just want to say I started to put together somewhat of a budget for a playground and I did some outreach. There are a lot of local funders that want to fund things like playgrounds in rural areas in Tompkins County. I just sent a few emails last week and I got some early, very positive responses. The Tompkins County Community Foundation They seemed interested. I'm not sure, this might even fit into some of the Tompkins County tourism grants, because some of those go to things that are not explicitly tourist, but are tangentially tourism
You're
related.
creating a destination.
Yeah, I mean, it's a playground that's near a market, that's near a charging station here. I feel like that's the kind of thing you need to bring.
Near the state
tourists
park.
Down near a
Yeah,
state park.
yeah.
So I started to do some very.
Down the
early
street from the state
information.
park, which is gonna be connected by trail someday, you know.
There we go. It's a tourist destination. So I'm excited to see if we can also get some application forward, maybe in the spring or something, to have the playground.
Cool.
T-Mobile does quarterly hometown grants for 50K.
Cool.
For capital projects.
T-Mobile. That's random.
Current failing.
I looked into Kaboom playgrounds, but they focus on, do you know that?
Right.
Kaboom playgrounds, it's a nonprofit, they build playgrounds, but they do them as community volunteer builds. It's a really cool program, but in New York, they're only looking at Rochester and Syracuse, like they pick certain areas that they fund. We would have been otherwise a very good fit for them, but that one.
Yeah.
Public comment online.
Yes, Mr. Crane.
Thanks. Zach, you mentioned, I think I understood you to mention the playground that's at the old Danby School on Gunderman Road. Was I correct?
That is one of them.
Okay, that particular one, this is ancient history that predates me by a long time, but that playground equipment actually belongs to Danby Community and Park.
I know.
I don't know how it got there. I know there are two reasons why it stayed there. One, it was too much trouble to get it out of the cement. And the second was that Bob Strickhartz, some of you will remember his name, felt that it did more good for kids who were living on Gunderman Road than it would to move it to the park. So it stayed. And we wouldn't mind getting a hold of it, but no one had the gumption to get it out of the concrete. That's it.
Thanks. Yeah. Property maintenance is our next topic. We're done, huh? Yeah. And Leslie, you brought this up for discussion, which is a timely discussion.
Well, I mean,
I'm glad you brought
I
it
think
up.
I feel like I would like to see us move, either follow through or say we're not doing any of it, I know that there was a communication or correspondence of somebody who, on Nelson Road that was noticing, a property that he's complained about before. And it's funny because I just noticed it the other day. I was like, wow, what are they throwing stuff out on? They just furniture and all sorts of stuff out besides the cars, the sheds that are built on the wrong property.
Those gotten worse. Those gotten worse.
Yeah. I don't know if there's some system we could come up with. If I were thinking about needing to knock on that door, I'd be hesitant to do that, but maybe, if he had, if our code person had company, somebody else to go with him, I think he has sent things in the mail. Yeah, he's sent things in the mail and I don't think has gotten any response. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe the sheriff will do it, I don't. But that's one thing, but
I thought that was hung up because of the messy situation with ownership on the property.
Well, what, are we just not doing anything about it? I don't know.
Well, the question about what can we do was the question.
Who's the owner?
That's the
Pays the
problem.
taxes. Don't we have a record of who the taxes, who pays the taxes?
The taxes getting paid, I'm sure that's.
I believe the son is attempting to pay the taxes. Has paid some taxes for sure. I don't know about the last one.
Yeah. And it's funny, because that's not why the main reason.
That's not the main
why I
reason I brought it up.
That was mainly.
It just happened to
thinking-
pop up again because nothing.
It's funny because somebody wondered about the property
I'm the
on Miller, and that the person was parking his car. He's now having a hard time backing his car onto the property enough that he's off the road because there's more stuff there. And it's trash.
Mhm.
I always sort of wondered if it was compost or, I think it started as compost.
Yeah.
It's trash.
Not even
But-
composted trash.
But, Toby, reminded me, I had forgotten about it, but said that, you know, one of the things we could do is contact the county, office, the, Department of Social Services, I think he spelled that wrong, Office of Adult Protective Services, and that they will contact the homeowner and see if they need help. And the person could say no.
Yeah.
But that may be another sort of tool that we could put into, you know, Steve's box that, you know, in these situations, there's another situation on South Danby Road that maybe Adult Protective could help with that one too. So, you know, I have phone number and stuff, but
Mhm.
I think I would like us to get moving on.
So would I, and I've been leaning on Steve for months. But the problem we have is somebody who really doesn't like to do this kind of thing.
Well, we need to, then we need to hire somebody, that will.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about proposing that we actually hire somebody as an assistant code enforcement officer. Very part-time, but basically to train them into the position, so that they would have the legal foundation for pursuing enforcement. But part of the consideration is that this is within the scope of what Steve should be doing in his job.
So could the job be split?
Well, that was what I was toying with, whether it was proposed, you know, carving part of it out of the code officer's salary in order to fund the assistant position to ensure that the resources get devoted to the task. But I haven't had that conversation with Steve.
I think that's an interesting idea, but if he's reticent to do it himself, I would imagine he might be reticent to direct someone else to do it also.
So that's why I'm talking about having him trained in the code enforcement, as a code enforcement officer themselves, and not just an assistant
Not just
too.
an assistant.
If we tried the assistant two approach already with Julia, and you know, she can't do it without some direction from him, and he's not providing that direction. So, you know, so it's why I want somebody in a position to do it, you know, provide the direction and do the, you know, implement the enforcement steps that are needed. And I have somebody in mind.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. That
What could go wrong?
what could go wrong?
You just said you wanted to create a new position and you had someone in mind.
I did.
Hear it?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I have somebody, well, somebody I have in mind is somebody who applied previously for the, I forget which position it was. I don't remember whether it was, I think it was for the bookkeeping division. And she didn't get that, but she seemed suited to this other thing that I was thinking we might want to go in that direction.
Is she your tenant?
No.
No, she never listened to me or connected me in any way, except for being, except for she was interviewed and she lives in Spencer, just down the street, but and well, anyway, so there's somebody there who is I think has the aptitude, is in a place in her life where she could afford to take it on as a very part-time thing and work her way into maybe succeeding Steve eventually. Because Steve's living in a few years of retirement. And finding code officers is another hard lift.
Although maybe a part-time, you know, I'm thinking of people who used to be on the BZA or something, you know, who might be interested in, I mean, taking on this specific sort of duty that isn't getting done, I don't think is a huge time sink. I don't,
No, I'm not thinking it needs to be. We're thinking, well, how much time do you think it could be done in? If you're gonna do a carve out and say, you know,
if we did that list, if we did one a month, it would be, it would be better than what we're doing now.
this is true, anything would be
So,
better than what we're doing
yeah.
now.
But.
So how much time do you want to devote to it?
I don't know,
You know, 5 hours a week?
I don't know. I think we need to talk with Steve about whether he's willing to do it, or whether he'd be
now.
to share his.
Well, I mean, you know,
Share his position.
Yeah,
But
he might,
I think that it's something that the board needs to talk to Steve about.
yeah,
But I think he may be willing to scale back
yeah,
his
that
position.
is the question really, is whether or not.
Yeah.
well, he doesn't need to scale back. We just need to find somebody who can do some of the things we need to get done.
Well, if we're talking about adding it, then it's a significant budgetary impact. If
No,
it-
I'm thinking about, you know,
Subtracting it.
Steve could go to 3/4 time and somebody else could be a quarter time or something, you know.
That's exactly what
something.
exactly the kind
idea.
of
I think-
way I'm thinking myself.
I think there's good merit to this idea and also to having someone who starts at a part-time and learns about the position as far as like building a bench.
Yeah,
I don't think we can build a position with a person in
No,
mind.
no.
That is problematic and we all know that.
no,
So we can design a position
Yeah.
and then we can open it up to everybody. I just want to be clear about that because we just should be really, really clear that we're not designing a position for a specific person.
no. That's
No,
not happening.
Thanks.
When I say I have a person in mind, I have somebody who would be in a position to apply for the position that we're thinking about.
It came up during the
The interview.
interview stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
There are people out there who could
Yeah.
fit the role that we're talking about.
Yeah.
They said they'd like to be a house cut.
Yeah, basically, they're, well, I mean, if you could think of it that way, they think. I will.
okay, so we need to have a conversation with Steve.
Yeah, we do.
So maybe he could meet with us before our next meeting, maybe even? He's got
Yes, not
fire
meeting on
meetings
Tuesday,
are
the
Monday,
fire
right?
meetings on Monday, right?
Maybe we could see if he could meet with us for half an hour before our next meeting.
Well,
No.
if it's gonna be a meeting with us, it's gonna be a meeting, so.
We could meet with. I think any number of board members could meet with a staff member. That's the interagency exception that Guy was pretty clear about. To have board members meeting with a staff member.
Yeah,
That's okay. That's
Yeah.
not a public meeting. I thought you
No,
were
I'm
saying
saying
it.
it had to be a
Oh, I
public
thought you
meeting.
were saying.
It's a
public
meeting. It's a meeting for which we have a legitimate reason to have an executive session.
Oh, I'm just saying, I
We
don't think
could,
it's
yeah.
I don't.
we could have an executive session, start the meeting half an hour early and
Oh,
Start
oh,
right
you're,
now.
yeah, sure,
You know.
either way.
we could do that.
Do you have a comment?
Two things. One, civil service exams, not civil service exams, but the civil service website has an incredibly extensive and exhaustive list of all the various jobs and positions.
Mhm.
I highly recommend, especially for someone that is quite specialized, taking a look there. So I don't think part-time typist is gonna cover all.
No, right, yes, yeah.
And I'm
Oh.
not really talking about the team of Laura's is really the people to discuss that with. But that is just something that I know of and have found out about and thought was really cool and good to mention.
Yes,
Civil service is really great, it's a wonderful resource.
right.
The second thing is, if you guys want to invite Steve to a meeting, please either direct me to invite him specifically or work it out to make sure that that gets communicated through one of you guys. Because in the past, it's been kind of like a,
Oh,
I'm stuck playing sort of messenger of like, hey, the board wants to talk to you.
No.
but no one-
No, we're not asking.
no, Joel's gonna talk to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe he has a meeting conflict during usual board meetings. I think he has a fire department meeting in Spencer.
On
Oh,
Tuesday?
it's not fire department, it's probably.
It's in Spencer.
Yeah, because he code officer in Spencer as well. So maybe this is their board meeting, I don't remember. I think something like that.
Might be the fire department in West Danby then. It's he has a conflict on Tuesdays, I know.
I think it's a Spencer job that has, creates the conflict, but I can ask him.
Training?
Is that-
Training Tuesdays?
No, they do that on Mondays.
They do it on Mondays.
Yeah.
Mondays, okay.
So I don't think it's a fire department thing.
So we'll find out.
I'll-
We'll find it
I'll
a
talk-
suitable time.
I'll talk to him. And see what works, when he can talk to us.
Yeah,
If necessary, we could always have a special meeting.
yeah. And I'll call Adaptive Protective and get some details on
Okay.
what
sure.
they actually do.
Mm-hmm. Items for next time.
You know, we never got back to hearing from George about the ag zoning, right? We had it on the agenda and we
Yes.
pushed it, but then we didn't do it that next meeting, and that was last meeting, right?
Yeah, 'cause he didn't have it quite ready yet,
Oh, okay,
but it will come up next month.
okay, great.
Definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, definition and,
Agritourism.
right, as well as adding site plan review.
Site plan for that.
Correct.
Another
You have a question?
code stuff, general code.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that. I went to look at I'll say, where are these questions? Blake didn't know.
Okay. Let's get together.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and Leslie had to be part of that too,
Yes.
to get that, move that
We might
forward.
have more time coming up soon.
And we have to get to it because we have a deadline at the end of the year to accomplish it.
Real motivated.
Mhm.
That's a joke. Minutes, the minutes.
Well, yeah, the minutes will be, yeah, they'll come up.
There are several.
Good,
Are there several?
good.
Yeah, we have the quick section, you have the ones from 7, the public hearing. and,
Yeah.
That.
Yeah,
which
then it was a special
we
meeting.
do tonight, but not approved.
Yeah.
The ones from special meeting, the ones from the community forum, and the ones from last week's meeting.
Yeah.
And then probably the ones from this one as well. I had a serious backlog, I was gone on vacation last week.
Oh, the
so-
nerve of you.
The nerve of the vacation of God, middle of July, no less.
Mhm.
Gosh.
Basically, probably, fingers crossed, I managed to get everything put together and all that jazz.
Cool.
There will be maybe 5 sets of minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. There were a lot of meetings last month.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that community forum is kind of a weird case because it wasn't really a meeting.
Minutes still out.
The minutes.
Yeah, the minutes of the non-meeting, you know.
Actually, can you put the community forum for the next agenda too? I'll have something ready, but I wanna like suggest a regular cadence and get it on the calendar
Okay.
starting in September.
Because on the last time around, we were gonna have your report, but then you kind of did it. You know.
But yeah, the report was like,
Yeah, it was
2
brief,
minutes.
but it was, I think, well, I guess that was
we
it,
can
right?
take more time next meeting maybe.
I got there wasn't anything planned for August, it was like skipping a month, right?
Yeah, I felt right away, I was like, I don't wanna start planning the next one for August.
Yeah,
So the next meeting is on the 1st, right?
is it?
First, they are in August 4th.
Yes, the first.
Wait a minute, no, the next meeting is August,
The September meeting.
The
the
sec-
first
is on the
September meeting.
1st.
Yeah.
Okay, I had it.
And Labor Day is not till
The 7th.
Monday, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so how about that, we managed to dodge Labor Day.
Oh,
Yeah. What?
That works.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah,
Just, George Franz, is, going to exceed the original $7,500 cap.
yeah,
That was authorized by the board. Just FYI, I'm not sure what action would need to be taken, given the fact.
Well,
that
we have to
that
change
was-
the cap then.
Yeah,
We can't-
it was approved previously,
yeah,
and then there were some adjustments that would need to be made because George was taking, or Greg was taking more leave and they combine it in weird ways, or we kind of get common for in weird ways. Yeah.
Right, but basically when Greg was on family leave, what we would have paid him, the insurance paid him while he was away.
Right,
We could apply his salary to paying George while George was filling in for him.
right.
So that was, well, I guess it's ambiguous in the original authorization, whether or not the total to be spent on George included that money, or whether that's an addition.
Yeah, that wasn't ambiguous in the original, it was just up to 7,500.
Yeah.
Um,
Which, which could easily be more if it didn't include that, but would be less if it didn't, or something,
But I know in terms of what he has invoiced, he is still below that number.
Yeah.
He's not sent the second invoice, so he hasn't technically exceeded that cap.
Right.
Until he hits you with the second invoice, in which case.
Yeah.
It's gonna go over, but, yeah.
He's been spending a fair amount of time and doing, he's doing things that it would like, taking advantage of his expertise that I'd like to have him continue to do for us beyond filling in for Greg.
So should we have a proposal at the next meeting?
That's what I was thinking, and because Greg will be back in a conference about it.
Okay.
I want him party to this.
I mean, it sounds like at minimum, we may need to increase the cap from the last decision, but maybe more than that.
Yeah, I'm thinking more than that, but this, George is he's a tremendous resource. And we caught him at a good time because he just lost his position at Cornell. And he's willing to help out. So I'd like to take advantage of it. To what extent and on what is a conflict with Greg about.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any questions about his expertise or whether it can be
Right.
helpful. I do have a concern in the back of my mind that we've been paying like 3 or 4 different people under the accounting line for a very, very long time. So I'm a little worried that we're gonna be surprised, like we're blowing through different salary budget lines. And I just don't, I
yeah,
don't have a sense for where that money comes from, and I don't want to be making the decision in a vacuum. Like, it's not like the decision is, do we value George's time or do we not
Right.
value George's time? It's more like,
How do you pay for
are we being fiscally responsible in choosing, or do we not have that option because the money's not there? Or where does it come from? That's like what comes up for me is more that.
Yeah, well, for me, it's more a question of where do we get the money from than it is, do we have the money?
Right.
Yeah, we could always go to the fund balance if we wanted to take advantage of it. What we haven't done is planning ahead for things like, we should be doing capital planning. And we should be looking at redoing the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, oh, that's true. I want to.
And you can, we could apply for grant funding to do that. Some towns have done that. The last time we did it, the planning board spearheaded the effort. And we were extraordinarily fortunate in having Sarah Newman, who was unbelievably competent and chairing the planning board at the time, basically take it on as a project, and she was primarily responsible for pulling it together for us. We don't have anybody like that now. We've had zoning redone. I can remember us at one point hiring the town attorney to rewrite the zoning. That was an extraordinarily expensive way to do it. When we did it last time, we sprung for a planner. And that was one of the reasons for me doing it. I wanted a planner who had the expertise to do it for us so that we didn't have to hire it done. And that was Jason Haremza and then David West. So, and we have that capability now. But I've been very impressed by how much regular stuff takes up the planner's time, and how it is harder to take on additional, projects that need doing and that I'd like to see addressed without putting extra resources into it. I just think it would be good use of funds, frankly, to take advantage of Greg and of George. Because we couldn't hire, we were really lucky to have George fill in for, what was he charging us? 55 an hour, you know, I mean, consultant wanted a couple hundred. I mean, that's what we're paying Greg. So I think George observed, Danby is the last town in the county that he has for him to work for. We're the only town he hadn't done something for in the course of his career. This is our moment. Anyway,
The conversation with Greg, right?
yes, I need to have,
Yeah.
we need the conference to give, do some forward planning, and then I'll bring something back to the board.
Great, thank you.
Okay, we have covered the agenda and we did it in under 2 hours. So, meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
This is.
That's what they said.
Yeah, nice to do it in under 2 hours.